Hey y'all, hey, this is going to be an energy reading on Rashidah, Nicole, and Liangelo Ball, okay? So I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. We'll get into the overall energy of what the tarot deck is saying, okay? So this is Rashidah, Nicole, and Liangelo Ball. And so the first card out of, the first card out of the deck is the Eight of Cups, okay? There's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's about walking away from disappointments, thinking the grass is greener on the other side, okay? And so this deal with emotions. It's okay to outgrow joy. And so I do know that they got a divorce. It's like they got married and they're getting divorced just like this. This is about walking away. It's about feeling broken, emotionally broken. Or it's about taking action to walk away from something that you know didn't mean you any good emotionally. And if it don't mean you any good emotionally, it don't mean you any good mentally, okay? She knew better. He knew better than to get married. I'm seeing the Nine of Swords. There's a Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. There's 8, there's 9, there's emotion, there's mental, okay? If it don't serve you emotionally, it's not going to serve you mentally. So this Nine of Swords, you're not alone in this hour, okay? There's about insomnia. 333 is very, very significant, okay? There's about intrusive thoughts spiraling out of control, fear, anxiety, okay? A lack of communication, a lack of understanding, a lack of clarity, fear. I'm seeing the High Priestess, okay? So the High Priestess, when I think of the High Priestess, I think of a divine feminine, okay? This is about balance. This is about femininity. It's about like light, dark energy, but it's about spirituality and choices, okay? It says you already know, okay? Somebody already know. There's about standing in your discernment, your intuition, your wisdom. You already know. Well, okay. I'm seeing the Eight of Pentacles, okay? So when I see the Eight of Pentacles or the Pentacles period, this says mastery is spiritual, okay? And so this mastery, this Eight of Pentacles is about mastering your emotions, like skill development, mastering your craft, your gifts, your talents. I also think about finances. I think about material possession, and I think about abundance. If there's a need to ground her energy. And so I feel like this baby that she's pregnant with, her getting with Liangelo Ball, I feel like she heard cha-ching. I feel like she felt like he has money. He got money. She thought that was a money bag. She thought the baby would be the money bag. I'm seeing the Hermit card, okay? So this is a need for solitude. Go off the line. Some shadow work needs to be done, okay? This is like space is sacred. Alone time. Being alone is sacred. And so she needs to go into hermit mode. This is about protection. It's about grounded energy. There's also Virgo energy. I'm seeing when a moth, what is a moth is drawn to a flame? That's the way love goes. I'm hearing Janet Jackson. That's the way love goes. I see the Three of Cups. When I see the Three of Cups, there's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I think of things like wedding announcements, pregnancy announcements. I think of your vibe being your tribe, okay? I think of graduations. And so she is pregnant, okay? And so this is a time of evolving. There's a time of growing. It's supposed to be a time of merriment and emotional happiness. It's like I'm hearing feast. It's supposed to be like a time of feast, breaking bread. I'm saying the Temperance card. There's Sagittarius energy. This is about doing things in balance and moderation. There's a need for peace, serenity, happiness, okay? And so this is about overcoming obstacles. There's about freedom, okay? And he's free. They getting divorced. He's free. He didn't want divorce. He didn't want to be married. He didn't marry Nikki Baby. He didn't marry his baby mother. Okay? I'm seeing the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, this ain't no cap zone. And so this ain't less. Say less and hold yourself accountable. Rashidah Nicole needs to close her mouth. She needs to close her mouth. She needs to be silent. And she needs to hold herself accountable. When I see this Queen of Swords, there's a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This is a divine feminine who can be very blunt with their tongue. If they're not evolved, they can be like brutally brash with their tongue, okay? There's about cutting someone off, but it's about being honest with yourself. This is a divine feminine who is going through a transformation, okay? And so there's about being nurturing herself, cutting off people who don't align with her, not getting with people who don't align with her. She tends to keep her heart guarded because she's been through some things. She's been hurt. Hurt people, hurt people. I'm also seeing the Lovers card. There's Gemini energy. And so I don't know how, matter of fact, they've been messing with each other for like, I say over 6 months because there's a vibration of 6, but there's about divine love. I don't know how she thought this was divine love because the divine love wouldn't lie to you, okay? And so there's Gemini energy. There's about primary choices and like being first choice. She thought she had rank over Nikki Maduris. She thought this was gonna really work. I'm also seeing divination too with this. Divination, tarot, research, reading, and I'm seeing the 10 of Swords. There's a Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. This is a divorce. This is a transformation. This is a ending, okay? And I'm seeing the Magician and the Sun card. So there's like childlike joy, but I'm also seeing the 2 of Pentacles, okay? There's about like balance, finding balance, like multitasking. This Sun card is like childlike joy, but it's also about ego and like your morals and your vows. Joy is your birthright. Joy is your birthright. You are loved, but you have to know that you are loved and you can't settle for bullshit. Ain't nobody's boyfriend or ain't nobody's baby father. Your man, especially when they're in the picture and the way they move, And so this Magician card, right, is about manifestation, as above, so below. And so I feel like she was manifesting this. I feel like she, like she manifested this relationship with impure motives, okay? I'm also seeing the 3 of Wands. This is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And so I feel like this is, and it reminds me of Gelo, but this is Liangelo. Next stop, expansion. Your ship is coming in, but you're already moving, okay? So this is about moving forward. This is about being observant. This is about expansion, okay? And I'm seeing the Queen of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. This is about taking her power back, or Nikki taking her power back and standing in your power, okay? It's about lighting a fire up under your ass, okay? Motivating yourself. I'm seeing the 4 of Wands. I'm saying the 4 of Wands. So she really thought this was going to work, okay? The 10 of Cups, the 4 of Wands. I think of marriage, moving into a house, buying an apartment. I think of marriage. I think about celebration. When I see this 10 of Cups, it's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But I think of children, okay? I think of long-term relationships. I think about elevated happiness. And I'm saying the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So I really feel like her getting with Liangelo Ball, I feel like she liked them, but I feel it was more of like a money grab, okay? Abundance live here. She thought there was financial abundance in this union, okay? And so the Queen of Pentacles is someone who could be a divine feminine, who could be a mother, who is nurturing. They love to take care of their family, a loved one, their friends, okay? I'm going to get into this deck. I'm going to try not to hold y'all too long. So let's see what this deck got to say. Rashidah, Nicole, and Liangelo Ball. I'm seeing a legal situation, okay? And I'm seeing the Ice King. And so when I see this legal situation, this is about expansion, but this is giving me like legal situations, maybe doing a paternity test, going or trying to take him for child support, okay? But this is about, it's going to lead to a legal situation, paternity test, paternity, okay? Paternity, child support. And then I'm seeing the Ice King because it's like, she feel like he cut her off. It's like she was surprised. It's like the communication is ice cold. It's almost null and void. It's as if they didn't have anything. And that's how karma works. That's how karma works. The veil has been lifted, okay? And so this is about the veil has been lifted. There's a vibration of 11. There's about choices and decisions. It's also about I'm picking up on karma, okay? So it's like she's starting to smell the stench, okay? She's starting to believe that shit stinks, okay? She didn't believe that shit stinks. Now she's starting to smell that shit smells like shit, okay? It doesn't smell good, okay? There's also some type of health concern. So I feel like there's going to be some type of health concern. It could be with this pregnancy, but there's about the vibration of 4. There's some type of health concern or going to be some type of health concern. Stress, preeclampsia, okay? I'm also seeing some type of message coming through. So there is a message. There's about being divinely guided, but there's about being rooted and grounded. And so I'm getting the energy of like, now she's getting the message loud and clear. Karma is coming through. And I'm saying courthouse, when it rains, it pours. Karma is real. I'm seeing death magic, okay? So there's some death magic. She said that people are calling her. She's saying that Nikki had people calling her. However, this is public. She went public. She ran her mouth. And so there is some death magic. I feel like she could have been doing death magic. She is into voodoo. She is into hoodoo. She does magic, okay? She is into it. And so there's a vibration of 10. I'm also saying intuitive care. And this reminds me of Liangelo Gelo, okay? And so there's some type of concern Okay, I'm also seeing protection. She's wanting protection. She's needing protection. I feel like she didn't understand or realize how protected Nikki is. Okay. I'm seeing destruction, a tower moment, storms, and I'm seeing occupation. Okay, so when I see this occupation, I feel like this is a doctor, but when I see this occupation or whatever, it's she was thinking about money. Okay, I'm also seeing travel. So this about traveling back and forth. She felt like she she felt like she was a 10, okay? She felt like she was a 10. I'm also saying Jezebel. She has a Jezebel spirit on her. There's what Nikki thought of her, and this is what she's coming off as a Jezebel spirit. As a Jezebel spirit. So when she goes live or when she goes on the internet and she be trying to get people on her side, you have the Jezebel spirit and there's the energy of divination, okay? And so divination is used. I feel like rituals, spell work, okay? And so I'm going to, because we're already 11 minutes into this, let me get this deck. I'm going to maybe get 2 or 3 out of this deck, and then out the hoodoo deck. Stomping grounds, origin, nostalgia, memories, tradition, tribute, visit, past connection. And so they have a past connection. So I feel like they've been dealing with each other anywhere from 6 months to 8 months, okay? And so there's about emotional, there's stomping grounds, there's what she usually do. And so she's feeling very, very emotional and confused, okay? I'm saying I'll get around to it. What's the rush? Waiting, inspired action only. Trust, relax to allow the flow. And so I'll get around to it when I get around to it. What's the rush, okay? And so this is about flowing. It's about waiting. And it's taking inspired action. So it's like she wasn't going to say anything until, you know what I'm saying? But she didn't want to come off as a bad person. And so hush up. Child, hush. This hush up, silence, discretion, contemplation, equanimity, consideration, privacy. And so she needs to learn how to keep her mouth closed. She talked too much. Spirit is saying hush up, shut up. And so come give me some sugar. And so this come give me some sugar, this hugs, kisses, adoration, snuggling, pillow talk, bonding, someone's favorite. And so she thought, because they was pillow talking, he was all whispering in her ear, she thought she was someone, she thought she was someone's special. She thought she was his favorite. He married her, but he didn't marry Nikki Maduris. I'm saying if the good Lord's willing, this says if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise. This is about something being stalled, okay? This reminds me of the Six of Swords, but this is about calm waters. This water is not moving at all. I don't see no oars. I don't see no forward movement. There's about emotional instability, treasure, objective, purpose, determination, smooth sailing, assistance. And so she had some type of assistance. There's about making choices and decisions. And so how is your mom and them, your people reach out, strong roots, connection, presence, reunion, foundation. And how is your mom and them? And so I don't know, how is your mom and them? And so I feel like I don't know where his mother at. I don't know if she talked to his mother. So how was your mom? I feel like she asked, and she felt like she was the favorite because how's your mom? She felt like she's around the family. And so there is more than one way to skin a cat. I feel like she's being very, very sneaky and she's waiting for this opportunity. There's a breakthrough, solution, originality, and receptivity and faith. And there's about overcoming obstacles and challenges. So I really feel like she was manifesting or she did some type of ritual. And so I see reversal work, okay? This says reversal work, meaning send that energy back to sender. And so burn black candles or make a mirror box. And so I feel like somebody did a return to sender. And karma is real. Return to sender was done. And so one more card flew way over there. There they went. In the mirror. Looking in the mirror, there's about self-reflection, introspection. She needs to look in the mirror, meaning reflection is needed. Something is being hidden, okay? She needs to cry, journal, or speak to her own reflection. And so with that being said, thank you all for watching. I'm also seeing some type of mojo bag. I see a mojo bag. And so this is it's time to carry your power. And so I feel like there is some type of ritual. It's a need to look in the mirror because all this backfired upon her because of her. Karma is real. And so, yeah. And so with that being said, thank you all for watching.